Imagine this. You are at the start of your month and yet another unexpected direct debit has come out of your account and you are mostly in the red. But you're thinking to yourself, didn't I just get paid? Well, if this is you, it's time for you to get on top of your finances. Hi, my name is Shay. I'm a wife, mom of three, and a faith-driven entrepreneur passionate about helping busy moms like yourselves simplify your life, grow your business, and stay rooted in your God-given purpose. First, let us tackle the root of your problem, your mindset. Do you remember the story of Jesus feeding 5,000 people with just 5 loaves and 2 fish? Well, the disciples saw not enough, but Jesus, no, he saw more than enough in God's hands. And that's exactly how we should be viewing our finances. Instead of focusing on what we lack, what we really should be asking is, how can I be a good steward to what I do have? I want you to think about this for a second. The miracle didn't happen in the disciples' hands. The miracle happened when they trusted Jesus with what they had. So what if the miracle you're praying for is just waiting on you to just shift your mindset from scarcity to stewardship? Comment below and tell me, what is your biggest financial challenge right now? And if this video is resonating with you so far, make sure to hit that like and that subscribe button so we can keep walking this faith journey together. Now that we've tackled the root of the problem, let's think about how do we actually budget. A budget is simply a plan for your money to serve God, your family, and your business. But for budgeting to work, you need to understand what is going in and out of your account. I mean, there is no point of you trying to budget if you don't know what is actually going on with your money. Now, yes, it may sound tedious, but when you're trying to achieve any financial goals, you can't leave these things to chance. So before you start downloading all the budgeting spreadsheets or the fancy apps that we have to manage our money, I want you to go back to basics. I want you to get your bank statement or statements, depending on how your money flows. And I want you to make a note of everything that comes out of your account. And I mean everything. Step 1, we're going to track your finances. I want you to go through at least 1 to 3 months of your bank statements and categorize your spending. I want you to break it down into different categories, like your essentials. So things are like your mortgage or your rent, your utilities, your transportation. Then you have things like your non-essentials, your eating out, your entertainment, your subscriptions, your shopping. And side note, I want you to pay attention to those random spending habits like eating out or impulse buys or monthly subscriptions that you forget about. You know, these small expenses, they often add up and can be an eye-opener when trying to create a realistic budget. Step 2, I want you to identify patterns. Now, once you've listed everything, I want you to look at trends. You know, are you spending more on takeaway than you realize? Or are there subscriptions that you don't really use anymore? This isn't about judgment. It's all about awareness. I mean, you can't fix what you don't acknowledge, and that's just the reality. Step 3, I want you to set realistic categories for you based on your actual spending habits, not just what you think you spend your money on. So if you've been spending £200 a month on coffee, don't suddenly cut it down to like £50. Instead, reduce it gradually or find creative ways to save. Pro tip here is you could use the 50-30-20 rule as a starting point. So 50% you could allocate that to your essential needs. So things like your housing, your rent, your mortgage, your bills, your food. You could allocate 30% to your wants. So that's your lifestyle choices, like going out, your hobbies, your entertainment. And then you can do 20% for savings or debt repayment. So, like your emergency funds, your investments, or paying debt. Now, the 50-30-20 rule might not work for everyone's unique expenses. For example, let's say you live in an expensive area, you might actually need to spend more than 50% of your income on housing. So how would this work in reality? So let's take earnings of 30K a year after, NI and insurance and deductions. Let's say they take home about 24,000 a year. That equals to about £2,000 a month. 50% of their needs is going to be £1,000 a month. Then we've got 30% on their wants. So that's about £600 a month. Then we've got the 20% of savings, which is about £400 a month. If the rent is higher due to location, you might want to reduce your want spending temporarily, or you find, creative ways to increase your income. Likewise, if you are aggressively saving for like a specific goal, like a house or a holiday, you can want to shift more from your wants to your savings. So the idea is it's just a guide and a starting point, and you can kind of just play around with the figures as you go. This method gives a flexible framework of helping you balance living comfortably while securing your financial future. Budgeting isn't about restriction. It's about giving every pound that you have a purpose so you can reach your goals with clarity and confidence. Now, the common mistake that some people need to avoid is do not ignore irregular expenses, like annual subscriptions, Christmas gifts, birthday gifts, so plan for them monthly so you don't get caught off guard. What I used to do is I used to open up a savings pot in Monzo and have an actual birthday accrual, and then I'll have a Christmas accrual, so that when the time comes, I'm not having to scramble around trying to figure out, where is this money going to come from? It's already allocated within a specific pot. And step 4, I want you to trust God, even in financial uncertainty. Now, I want you to remember, what concerns you also concerns God. So pray over your finances, seek his wisdom, and don't be afraid to take that bold but wise financial step. When anxiety starts to creep in, I want you to anchor yourself in prayer. Speak life over your finances. And remember, faith isn't about ignoring your fears. It's about moving forward despite them, knowing that God walks with you every step of the way. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.